Today, I want to play a game. Which package makes a brewery more money? A half barrel keg or a sixtel keg? If you said the half barrel, you'd be wrong. And not just a little wrong. While the half barrel holds 3 times as much beer as the sixtel, most breweries earn dramatically less revenue per ounce selling the bigger packaging. Imagine walking into a car dealership and finding out that the larger SUV sells for less per pound than the compact sedan. Sounds ridiculous, I know, yet breweries do something similar every day. A typical 6-barrel keg may sell for wholesale for around $65, while a half barrel sells for around $115. The half barrel contains over 3 times more beer, but it doesn't generate 3 times more revenue. And not even close. That leads to a bigger question. Why does the value of beer seem to disappear the moment it goes into a larger keg? The answer has almost nothing to do with beer and everything to do with salt. Before we get into salt, let's look at the math, or what I like to call Kegonomics. The 6-barrel keg contains around 661 ounces. That sixtel sells for about $65 FOB. Breaks down to 9.8 cents per ounce. Whereas the half barrel is 1,984 ounces, roughly 3 times the amount of beer, but only sells for $115 FOB. That's less than 6 cents per ounce. The bigger packaging size cuts the revenue by roughly 40%. Think about it. You're handling more volume, but every ounce is worth dramatically less. But wait, it gets crazier. Take those same 1,984 ounces, package them into 16-ounce cases. The half barrel contains enough beer to fill around just over 5 cases. At wholesale price of $50 a case, that same beer would generate $258 in revenue. Same beer, same volume, revenue falls from $258 to $115. More than half of the revenue disappears. It's like taking a stack of $100 bills and throwing half of them out the window. So where did the money go? Let's talk about salt. If you walk into a grocery store and head to the spice aisle, you'll find a 4-ounce salt shaker for around $1.50. Works out to around 37 cents per ounce. Now, if you go to a restaurant supply depot, you can buy a 50-pound industrial bag of salt for around $12. That's 800 ounces. Or 1.5 cents per ounce. Same salt, same sodium chloride, wildly different price. If the industrial bag sold at the grocery store pricing, it would generate almost $300. Instead, it sells for $12. 96% of the value disappears. Why? Because consumers and businesses buy products differently. A consumer is buying a salt shaker, is buying convenience, packaging, branding, maybe even a little trust. A bakery buying 50 pounds of salt, they don't care about any of that. They're not buying a brand, they're buying an ingredient. It's a spreadsheet decision. Lowest cost wins. And that's exactly what happens to beer. The moment the beer enters the larger keg, it stops acting like a consumer product and starts acting like a commodity. Beer drinkers buy brands. Bars buy math. A consumer standing in front of your cooler sees your logo, your artwork, your story, your reputation. The brewery has pricing power. But a bar owner, they're looking at a spreadsheet. They're asking questions like, how much does this keg cost? How much profit will it make per tap handle? How quickly will it move? The same questions you should be asking about your tap room. It's a completely different buying decision. And one more consideration. The bar is doing part of your job. Think about it. When someone takes a 4-pack home off the shelf, the brewery's already done almost everything. But with a keg, the bar has to refrigerate it, store it, pour it, serve it, clean the lines, deal with the waste. And because they're adding labor, they demand a discount. Then the 3-tier system takes a cut. The brewery sells to a distributor, the distributor sells to a retailer, the retailer sells to a consumer. Everybody gets paid along the way. And what's left for the brewery? In many cases, roughly $65 of gross profit on a half barrel before delivery costs, sales commission, sampling expense, and everything else that comes with getting beer into the market. That's why half barrel kegs can be such a dangerous product. Not because it's bad, not because draft is dead, but because breweries often mistake volume for value. And those are not the same thing. The biggest package in the warehouse isn't necessarily the most profitable. The moment your beer becomes a commodity, the margins become somebody else's profit. Keep distributing with a purpose and know your numbers.